Hey everyone, Morgan Knudsen here from Entity Seeker Research and Teachings, and I wanted to demonstrate something for you guys today that I think you might find kind of cool and empowering. So, oftentimes we think of our world as something that we don't really have any control over. We think that things are asserted onto us, and so oftentimes people that are dealing with hauntings really feel this way, but that quite frankly just isn't true. We are not isolated energies. We really are. We are not isolated energies. What we are emitters of frequency and emotion. And depending on what emotional state that we're in really does determine the type of paranormal activity that we end up experiencing. Now, a lot of people struggle with this concept because they think, what do you mean? I didn't ask for any of this to be happening. But the people who are vibrating or emotionally resonant in the negative end of that emotional spectrum predominantly typically end up getting stuff that reflects that emotional state, just as the same way that people that are super positive end up getting the same thing in return. So what I wanted to demonstrate to you guys today was something that was really cool. Most of you know that well, I love to teach with fire. I just do, because I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and it gives me probably the most zen experience you can imagine, but that's just me. So what I wanted to show you guys today was a little bit of a magic trick, but it's not magic at all. It's actually pure science, and a little bit of theater. So this prop is called the Leviwand, and the reason why I wanted to bring the Leviwand in is to demonstrate something to you guys that you might be a little bit easier to conceptualize when you've got something this visual in front of you. So when I'm using the Leviwand, I've got fire that's burning all the time, right? On the end of that wand, both ends in fact. And when I'm moving it back and forth, all I've got control over really is the string. Okay? That's how this is done. It's all done with the string. The fire looks unbelievably out of control. How the heck could anybody possibly control two ends of a stick that are essentially flaming and burning on fire? But here's the thing. Whenever I'm in my groove, whenever I'm feeling in my flow, whenever I've got a really positive emotion going on, the Leviwand and the fire stay really calm. They become really, really calm. And whenever I start to lose control of the Leviwand, whenever I start to get out of the groove, I start to fall apart, the Leviwand, look at that, right? Begins to start to do some pretty wonky things. It starts to do its own thing because the metal inside the Leviwand is expanding, it's contracting, it's acting on its own because there's fire going at both ends. And it's heating up. But here's the thing, no matter what the fire's doing, no matter what the wand is doing, I always have the string. And it's not the string that gives me the control. It's my state of mind. It's what I'm thinking. It's what I'm projecting into my environment. It's what I am imagining this is going to essentially turn out like. What's giving me control apart from, as I say, just the physical presence of the string itself. This is an extension of me. This is an extension of my thoughts. This is an extension of what I am projecting into the world. And this will react accordingly. It just will. It's just how props like this work. And if I'm out of my groove, I'm going to run into trouble. I'm going to burn myself. There is no question. This is real fire. This is not trick fire, ladies and gentlemen. This is real fire. And we have to start to realize and start to become conscious that no matter what's going on in our environment, we have the string. Our emotions are the string. So what's projected outwards. And whatever we get back, we can blame the prop as much as we want. We can blame it. We can say, I got burned. It was the prop's fault. I don't know why the prop did this to me. It just asserted itself on me. But ultimately, this is a result of hours of practice, of hours of mastery, of hours of practicing how I think about this prop. I don't see this prop as something that's violent and dangerous. I don't see this prop as something that is going to assert itself on me and burn me. I really don't, even though it absolutely can burn me. I see it in a different way. I see this as an extension of who I am. And when I am in my flow, the prop reflects that for me. And hauntings are the same way. Our universe is the same way. Whatever we project into our world will give us back a response. And whatever's going on in our experience, as much as we hate to admit to it, we have the string. We always have the string. So when we have something go on that's negative or upsetting, or even stuff that's really positive, that's super exciting, that's really happy, maybe it's just got you just over the moon, we have to understand that we get to choose how this world reacts to us. And as I love using the example of fire, because I find fire and flow props just to be one of the best ways for myself just to get into the vibe. And it makes me conscious of my emotional state, because there is a direct consequence to being out of alignment and lighting something like this on fire, let me tell you. But it's no different in things like hauntings, where if we are in that negative emotional state, non-physical, the energy that creates worlds responds to us. And we can either choose to be connected to that positive energy or not. Or not. We don't have to be. We don't have to tune ourselves into joy and passion and hope and love and all of those fun things. We don't have to tune into that at all. But we will get something reflected back to us that will tell us, you're not up to speed. You're not up to speed. And when I start to see the Leviwand starting to get a little wonky, I know, guess what? I'm not focused. I'm not up to speed. I'm not up to speed. So something to think about, everybody. And as you're going through your day, think about it. Think about your string and think about your focus. You've got the string. That's how this works. Please subscribe to the channel. I so appreciate all your likes and all your views. And I will see you guys very, very soon. For more content, visit entityseeker.ca, and you can catch me on Haunted Hospitals and Paranormal 911. Bye, everyone.